For those of you joining me because you clicked on the link, hoping to see A Link to My Heart as a sequel to the amazing Zelda: Link to the Past, well, I'm sorry to say that nope, it is just a fun title for me to talk about my love for one of my favorite games of all time that I can continuously go to about 2-3 year spans, still love it, still think it's fresh and innovative, and just have a lot of fun with it. I think it might be one of the best Super Nintendo games, of course, and perhaps one of the best Zeldas. Now, I haven't really got into the new 3D Zeldas, and I have tried. I have tried Wind Waker, I have tried Twilight Princess, I have tried Ocarina of Time on the 64 and on the 3DS. They're fun, but they just don't engross me and make me want to play them as much as Link to the Past. Just the design is just so good. You just start off and your uncle is saying that I'm gonna go away because this princess is calling out to me. Then you find him dead. It's a dark opening. And then after that you save the princess and then she gets to Sanctuary and then that's, yeah, just, I mean, looking at this now, just everything is so bright and colorful, especially the green. The green looks amazing and the music is of course amazing. I still hum the tune today. One of my favorite themes of the actual game is the Dark World, which again is so impressive to me nowadays. You collect the 3 pendants, you unlock the Master Sword, which is one of my favorite parts of the game, and then you do all that stuff and then like, oh my gosh, there's a whole other world to explore and the game is huge. Not only is it a huge overworld map with tons of side quests and stuff to do, but it is just a huge map in general because there's tons and tons of dungeons to explore. It boggles my mind that this came out in 1992 here in America and I still love it today. But enough girlish gushing. Let's get to something that some of you may not even know about even more with some fan mods. First up, let's look at the Metroid mod because you know what? It is Metroid's birthday this month too, and she deserves to, you know, see some more love. So here we got the little Samus mod, and you got the helmet and little yellow jumpsuit, and it's very cute, and the helmet is kind of huge, but it's clearly a paint job, but still, it's funny. And then you get the sword and the shield, and you know, they kind of look like they belong to Samus with like the red beam saber thing. Of course, she doesn't use a sword, she uses a blaster, and I mean, it'd be a little bit cooler if he could have somehow modded the game where she shoots boomerangs or something instead of having the sword, but still, it's very cool, and it's kind of a novel thing. Next here, that I would try and play the game all the way through, is this Pervert mod, where, as you can see, the modder changed all the language to be super filthy, and even though it's very juvenile, I couldn't help but want to play more of it to see how just sick this could really get. And then you get to the princess and she just wants to bone, and then your sword kind of looks like a dick. So I'm trying to have sex with Zelda here, you know, trying to, you know, mash the little sprites together. Again, immature, but just some delightful fun. Enough shenanigans though, let's look at some more serious mods. First up we got Parallel Worlds, which, you know, when I have played mods before, it's kind of small things like the 2 before, it's like, yeah, you know, kind of cool, kind of whatever. This is a huge game and just a huge overhaul of the game, the ROM itself. You start off kind of the same, except you're going to a watchtower and your uncle leaves again. But then the outside, holy crap, it is way different, as you can tell. It's a lot harder too because you go without a sword after you get to the watchtower. It's kind of like a stealth game, and you're trying to like go through the soldiers. You can pick up pots and throw them at them and stuff. But it took me a really long time to find the uncle and to actually acquire the sword. It's quite challenging. Also, it took me a long time to figure out where to go since everything is turned around. But it was actually very exciting to me because that's how I felt when I first played Link to the Past, where everything was foreign to me, but it was also not that hard because, you know, there wasn't that many places to go. So the fun was, you know, exploring everything. And so I had a lot of fun doing this, and I think eventually I might try to beat it and then give my impressions overall. This one is a Dark Prophecy, and as far as I could see as I researched on the internet, I think it was announced around 2009 or somewhere around there, according to forum posts that I found, that this guy was working on it, and this trailer was released or whatever. But the actual game I have not been able to find. side. If anybody knows how to get it, let me know, and I would love to play it. But this one, unlike Parallel Worlds, it's more of the same. As you can see in the trailer, it looks kind of almost like it's not really different at all, but then you see glimpses of, oh, hey, that's weird. Hey, Zelda shouldn't be in that castle. So I'm very interested to see how we kind of rearrange the world or whatever, and if you made the story a little different, or, you know, what's the goal. But with Parallel Worlds and Dark Prophecy, it just makes me want a sequel more. I would take a Link to the Past 2. I would take a game that is actually, you know, kind of like how Mario returned to side-scrolling with the new Super Mario Brothers games, and that turned into a series of itself. Maybe there could be like a new Zelda something, just going back to the top overworld map kind of thing. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I'll leave the details to Nintendo. So happy anniversary, Zelda! Anyway, like last time, I'm going to end with a commercial for the Japanese version of this game, which is still bizarre as the first one, but a lot cooler. I mean, it's like Thriller Zelda. So yeah, see you next time.
ゼルダの伝説出る出る出る出るついに出るゴージャス今度の冒険リアル君もすぐに体験憎いでやんすねこんちくしょう高画質の謎解きアクション戸惑うことなくのめり込もうもちのロンスーパーファミコン真剣勝負今宵もゼルダは最高潮スーパーファミコン